Today we have a 4-pack dragon playset. I don't know what they're talking about playset. There's just 4 dragons. There's no set to play with. Evidently, they have twins here. So on the picture on the back, we see all 8 of them. You're like, wait a minute, it says 4. There's 2 4-packs that I saw at the Roses store that I visited in North Myrtle Beach. We have these 2 dragons, which I will probably have one of them. Like, I don't know which one I got off the top of my head. We got these two. I'm pretty sure I got the red one and the blue one. And I will look at them in just a minute. I just want you to see what's available in case you want to get all 4 of them, both packs. They were $7.99. And there's the DPI and there's the SKU number on the bottom in case you're going to run to Roses. And I don't know if they have some kind of way of figuring this out. Well, let's take a look at them now. It took me forever, even with these wire cutters. Now, I would recommend different wire cutters. I just had these. I have other ones, but I just grabbed these. I should have, if I would have known ahead of time, I would have got the other ones because it took forever. I had to bite. Like, usually you can bite once, pull. No. They got the metal wrapped around them. Like, they are going nowhere on these things. I was afraid I was going to crush them because I thought they were more rigid plastic. So let's start off with the red one since he's in my hand. We got some brilliant coloring on the back of these. I don't remember dragons having that much color, but they do have sometimes very rainbow looking scales. They look like they're articulated right here, but I don't think they are for the wings. The wings almost look like arms in and of themselves. The hands, this arm is articulated and clearly painted, which they didn't do a very good job. It looks like they sprayed it and kind of just left it there. This hand's in a funky position. Okay. So evidently they went ahead and used yellow plastic. I would have probably used that color plastic. It's like they sprayed it over a color they could have just cast it in. That's kind of strange. So the yellow does show through if you want to put the hand in any other position, which I do because doing that, it just looks like he's like, I don't know, like you should have a cane, like a walking cane. All right, the head, it can spin around 360 degrees. It's on a ball joint, but that yellow does show through. It's really weird that they would cast it in such a contrasting color. I would have cast it in red. He's got little spikes on his feet for now because I tried to get him out of the plastic as fast as I could, which if you don't have wire cutters, you're going to have lots of patience because they're not just twisted like a bread twist. They're twisted on very tightly by a machine that evidently did not care how much wire it used to cover one of them. All right, here's the pieces inside to prove it. All right. The legs appear to be on the swivel joint, but because of the hips, it's not going to go a full 360. I don't know if it's on a ball swivel joint, like there's a ball in there somewhere, so it can do a little bit more in and out articulation. It's a softer plastic than I thought it was going to be. See how I can move his arm around, like in that area, and his feet as well. So he's not as rigid as I originally thought they were going to be. I thought they were going to be much more cheaper, rigid plastic. Not bad for what they are. Now, let's see. Where'd my ruler go? It's over yonder. So let's see how tall this one is. In centimeters, he is about 11 centimeters tall. So I'm guessing about 5 inches. Nope. A little bit over 4 inches tall. Now, if you're thinking, oh, it's 4 inches, so it's a 1/18 scale. Well, it depends on how you want to look at it. It could be a dragon man, you know, like in the Marvel comics where it's more of a man-sized dragon. Also, he's got like a tattoo on his wing, which really ruins that beautiful coloring. Oh, well. Or you could pretend like they're dragons and you can use them for teeny tiny little figures. Like, I don't know, like one of those little knights I had the other day that were, I forgot what they're called. They're about the size of a nano, like, HeroClix. Looks like they might work for them. Or even like little metal Dungeons and Dragons figures if you still have those, which I'm not sure if I still have mine. I had some when I was a kid. All right, here's another dragon. So I got the green dragon with the wings that kind of bow at the top, like their hood at the top. Very nice coloring on the back of him. I wonder what his real colors are. All right, looks like his colors are a little bit more true to himself, so he was not a very contrasting color. All right, see, that's what I'm saying. Like the hands, they look like they're not just, okay, wow, you can take them out. Okay. So it is kind of a ball joint on the inside. So it's not just you can go 360 degrees if there was no wings. You can also go in and out a little bit, you know, like if you don't mind that gap looking right there, or just push them in. So the wings are very soft and pliable. The legs are too. He's got articulation in 5 points, which is the shoulders, the legs, and the head. And the tail, it's flexible, but there's no wire in there holding it. He's got a forked tail. And of course, you got to get these metal things off the bottom. And he's about the same height as the other one. Actually, a little bit bigger. So these will range from like 4 to 5 inches tall. All right. So I like the shoulders on this one. It's pretty cool. The armor plating. The dragon head kind of doesn't look like it matches, like as far as not just the colors, because it's more brown and this is more green. Just the design. He's got like 1, 2, 3, about 5 horns up there. This one looks like it matches because it's got 2 horns on the wings. I don't know. It kind of looks like it's out of place, sort of. Speaking of a brown one, let's look at this one. This looks like Melbonga, whatever his name is from Spawn, a little bit. He's got his articulation down here for his neck. And he looks like his head fits. I mean, it looks like everything fits just right, like it's supposed to be. Again, a very soft, pliable plastic, and not the hard, rigid plastic. Like, you know, if this was a Dollar Tree, it would probably be a more rigid plastic. It's like the, you know, the figures you could get from there, which I prefer this kind of plastic for this particular type of figure. You know, like, because my Godzillas are more of a soft plastic like this. And do they stand very well? I just thought about that. Yeah, they stand fine. I was thinking because they don't have holes in their feet. And you could probably, you know, shift the weight forward if you need to make him stand better. So let's take a look at his head real quick. He has got to get to a dentist. Those teeth are yellow. He's got green spikes. He's got a very colorful arrangement of spikes, some silver on the wings. Does he have a stamp on him? Why does that one have a stamp and the rest of them don't? You can tell his original colors were much more green. I wonder if you can rearrange these now. Now that I'm thinking about, like, these things come off so easily, I wonder if you can, like, play around and rearrange them. Oh, that gives me a little more play value to them. But I do wish they were cast in the same color that the majority is. It's kind of weird that this one's green on the inside and dark on the outside. Now, he's cast in about the same color, so he's right. All right, so yes, so far they're very different dragons. I'm trying to see if there's any reuse of the same parts, but even the legs are very different. Let's look at the last one, and let's see. God, I don't see any. I'm trying to figure out where they starting to reuse parts at, because, you know, with cheaper stuff like this, they usually reuse parts, but I don't see any. All right, let me get these off first. I should have done this beforehand. I really feel like, oh, well, I'll take it off when I get to it. I want you to see how much extra work you got to put into getting this thing out of the package. All right, so his hands are in an awkward position. Let's see if I can. I wish they would have a little bit of articulation. I like the little shells right there. I wonder what his original color is. Okay, so he's got a brown base. That's good. He's painted like a dry brushing of blue over the brown. His wings are pinned back farther. He's got a rhinoceros kind of, you know, horn going on. It looks like a water dragon. The feet look pretty good. I don't think any of them are really used in parts. And if they are, they're definitely a slight bit resculpting. Like, these look even longer here than on this one. So it's not like they're in the same shape, so they should be the same one. This one's totally different. No, they're all different parts. So that's kind of interesting. Now, if I got the other set, I'm sure we can go, well, look, this is just the blue version of this guy. He's got like a very insect look on his back too. So he's got like a rhinoceros staying, a web toad, and a cat scratching on the door. All right, probably they want to get in here and kill the dragons. Kill the dragons. And he's got the articulation down here at the neck as well. So guys, what did you think? Like, these are basically $2 each if you buy all 4 of them for $7.99. Is this something you're going to pick up? Let me know in the comments below, because I'm just curious how you guys feel about getting generic dragons for your playset. I mean, with me, generic is fine. It gives me an opportunity to not feel like I'm tied down to somebody else's mythos and create my own. Well, have a great day, and I will hopefully hear some comments from you guys. I'd love to hear those comments.